If you're looking at homes around $500,000 that have lots of windows, tall ceilings, and great design upgrades, then you'll want to see this home. Stick with me for a great tour. Now, this is the Easton plan built by Highland Homes. We're in a community called Santa Rita Ranch, which is the top selling community in the Austin metro area. And this specific home has 4 bedrooms, 3 bathrooms, is over 2,500 square feet, and is currently listed for sale at $521,000. Now, I'm going to talk all about this community of Santa Rita Ranch. I'm also going to talk about different lot sizes that are here, the changes that are being made in Santa Rita Ranch, meaning the new sections that are coming up here, and really what that means for you if you're a buyer looking to buy a home here in the Austin metro area. Now, I'm going to get into that later on in the video. I want to get into this plan because at this square footage on a 45-foot wide lot, I think this is a very interesting option. Just because at this square footage, you usually do not see tall ceilings. You don't usually see horizontal balusters on the railings there for the stairwell. You also don't see wood finishes, a kitchen that looks like that with a backsplash going all the way up to the ceiling. There's so many things that I can point out here in this home, and I'm gonna try to walk through as much as I can because I think at this price point in this community, this is a very interesting option. Now, my name is Raj Sahu. I'm a realtor in Austin, Texas, and I've represented clients with 21 different builders, including Highland Homes, and I've done so many different types of builds here in this community. I've had multiple buyers buy in on this lot size, 45-foot wide lots, as well as in the 90-foot wide section, which is the high end of Santa Rita Ranch, and build homes that were over $1 million in this community. So I'm happy to share all of those experiences that I've had, that my clients have had in this community. But I want to first focus in on the upgrades that are here in this kitchen. I think what really stands out is this cabinet color is coming back. So browns are definitely coming back from a design standpoint. And then I think a lot of my clients tell me they want a contrast in their kitchen. I think that's what you see here, where you have a light kitchen backsplash. You saw that beyond the stovetop that we just saw. You see it on this side in the kitchen off the back of the home. And then you have this darker countertop, and you may not notice this in the video, but I'm going to zoom in a little bit closer. You have some light veins running through it throughout this kitchen countertop. And you don't usually see that, and especially in this section, 45-foot wide section, you usually don't see this many windows off the wall. Yes, you do have neighbors on this side, but to allow for a lot of natural light to come in, especially upstairs in the game room. We're also going to see a media room up there, and then you see trends and windows here in the kitchen. So many people tell me they want a lot of natural light in their kitchen, and I think that's what you get here in this Easton plan. Now, we do also have a pantry that is a fairly good size for this square footage. And I've had multiple clients buy in around this square footage. And I think it's a great square footage if you are trying to buy into a great neighborhood, but you don't want to break the bank. You don't want to buy your forever home. And more and more and more, at the time I'm recording this video, with the current market conditions, a lot of my clients are saying, hey, should I buy my forever home? Or, we don't even have kids yet, we're planning for it, but do we need like a huge home right now? A lot of them are starting to look at homes like this, where, in Texas standards, I would call this a starter home at just over 2,500 square feet, even though I think on the inside, you'll see if it doesn't feel like it. It feels like it's a lot more square footage. You get great upgrades in here as well. But for a lot of those people, they say, hey, we just need like a decent backyard that for this one, it actually has some space behind the neighbors. So you see that there. And then you get some great trees already built out, or some bushes in the back here. But for a lot of them, they're saying, hey, instead of buying a forever home and buying in at $800,000, $900,000, $1 million, why not buy something like this? And that's actually what I'm proposing to a lot of my clients that maybe don't feel secure with the current economy. Maybe their tech stock that they have a lot of stock in, maybe they work at a tech company. They don't want to make a big purchase right now with stocks down or stocks going up and down. There's just a lot of volatility. And I think some of these options are really interesting, especially at a list price at $521,000. Now we're here in the primary bedroom where you get a bump out, which is really nice here. You get some good windows in the primary bedroom, and then you have fantastic upgrades that continue in the primary bathroom. Now I'm going to talk a little bit more about why you shouldn't buy in this community too, because I think it's important to cover the pros and the cons, and we're going to cover that in a second. What I want to first get to are the lot sizes that are here in Santa Rita Ranch. And before I actually do that, let me just mention Santa Rita Ranch is one of the largest communities in all of Texas. They're planning on building 10,000 homes in this area. You have right now, at the time I'm recording this video, 3 different amenity centers. There's even a separate 55 plus section that has their own amenity center, but in the main part of Santa Rita Ranch, you have 3 different amenity centers. You have 3 different elementary schools inside the neighborhood. So you just have a lot going on. And if you're looking for a very lively, active community, that's what a lot of people tell me they love about Santa Rita. They just walk out their door, they're constantly meeting people, they're constantly seeing people in their community at these different amenity centers. There's so many events throughout the year, and it's one of those communities that I think stands out as going way over the top in terms of experiences within the community. Now, what you also get with that many homes is a lot of different lot sizes. And as we get back into this main living area, if you're confused on kind of how this would look, we have a kitchen here. We got a dining area that would be right here. And by the way, I have a video of this home fully staged out. It's actually the model home here in Santa Rita. And sometimes people tell me, well, the model home doesn't look like any of the homes that are built by a builder. And what's funny is sometimes that's just staging, but most of the time it's because of design. And I think this home really stands out because the design does feel like a model home. Like, take a look at that one more time. Very rarely do you see those types of railings in a stairwell, and then wait until you get upstairs into the game room, media room. Now this would be your living room area. And while we go through this, we got a second bedroom downstairs. I'm going to show you the garage. There's another full bathroom here. I want to get back to lot sizes. Now, for lot sizes, what you really want to focus on when it comes to lots are going to be the width of the lot dictates the amount of square footage you can build and the floor plans that you can build on that square footage. So when I say 45-foot wide lot, that doesn't mean all lots are 45-foot wide. In fact, in this community of Santa Rita Ranch, I had a builder where they gave me a heads up. They were going to open up a new section. And when the market was relatively hot, we timed it so that as soon as that builder opened up lots, the first 2 lots that sold were for my clients. And one of those lots was a northeast facing cul-de-sac lot. So even though it was in the 45-foot wide lot section, because it was on a cul-de-sac, my clients backed up to a greenbelt and their backyard was huge. In fact, that lot size was over 10,000 square feet. So again, it doesn't mean every lot is exactly the same. There can be some different lots that are available, but we were only able to build certain plans on those lots. And so in Santa Rita Ranch, at the time I'm recording this video, we have 40-foot wide lots, 45, 50-foot wide lots, 60-foot wide lots, 70, and 90-foot wide lots. And, on the 90-foot wide lots, I've had a client close in this community at 5,000 square feet. I've had pretty much every single lot size I've had clients buy in at. I think I've worked with almost every single builder. If I haven't, there's probably a reason why, and I can share all that privately with clients who work with me or my team. But bottom line is, right now, and this is what's changing as we get up to this game room that has great windows, lots of natural light in here, and feels so open because of these railings. I'll tell you, the big change that's happening in Santa Rita Ranch, I think, is around the 60-foot wide lots. The 60-foot wide lots previously only had 2 builders, and I'm sure Highland won't mind me mentioning this, there are other builders in Santa Rita, that's Coventry and Weston. And I had clients with both, and people who love building their dream home. A lot of times on the 60-foot wide section, you're building somewhere between 2,900 square feet and I would say upwards of about 3,800 square feet. And by the way, I love this media room. So many of my clients tell me they want this because the game room when it's open doesn't feel private, right? Like whoever's in the game room, you can probably hear them throughout the home. But if you want like a separate space up here, having a media room that already has electrical for a projector and then speakers, I mean, this is just epic. And I think the dark colors really make it feel relaxed in here. But getting back to lot sizes, in the 60-foot wide lots, the problem was there's only 2 builders. So there were times where, you know, a new section of 60-foot wide lots would open up, even when the market was not hot and we were pulling back. I had a client had to contract, at midnight, lots open up in a 60-foot wide section. I advised my client, the market's not hot, but I know there are a lot of people waiting. Most of the time, I suggest waiting for something to come up. In that case, I told them, hey, as soon as it comes up, I think you need to buy if you want a really good lot. And they wanted a northeast-facing cul-de-sac lot that had a huge backyard. They ended up contracting at midnight, right when the lots opened up, and 6 other people bought within midnight and 3 a.m. on that same day. And again, that was when the market was pulling back. That was like fall of 2023. And at that time, it was very different. I think everybody was asking like, how long is this going to keep happening if market keeps pulling back, or how long will the interest rates stay down, right? But anyway, the reason why there was a lot built up here while we're in this full bathroom is those lots, there wasn't anything available for about 4 months with that builder. So I knew they had legitimately built up a list of people who were interested in buying. Because no matter what the market is, there's always people moving, and there are always people buying forever homes. By the way, I just found the light switch finally for this one. There we go. Okay. And at that time, there was only 2 builders. Well, the big difference now is there are 7 builders building right now, at the time I'm recording this video, actively in Santa Rita Ranch. 7. So we've gone from 2 builders to 7. I was trying to figure out, I'm thinking about every builder that's building right now at the top of my head, and I just counted it. Is it 7? That sounds unbelievable. It is. It's unbelievable how many lots we have. And so I haven't had, for that reason, that many buyers build in the 60-foot wide section, knowing that all this inventory was coming out. I was telling people, hey, I'd recommend at this time, maybe holding off until buying until all those lots come up. Because what ends up happening when all those lots come up and all those builders have to battle against each other? That's when we see prices come down. And so this is the type of advice that I'm giving to people, especially when they're looking at communities like this, where you have schools that I can't talk about ratings in this video, but if you want to set up a Zoom call, or if you want me to send you a video, reach out to me. My number's at the bottom of the description of this video. I'm happy to send you my analysis of schools and what the trend has been in this area. Hey, I'm just editing this in because I did forget to show you the laundry area and garage area is actually right at the front of the home. So you have this laundry area that did this big dark tile in a herringbone pattern. I thought that was fun. You do get a coat closet that's here, and then a 2-car garage. And so everything's situated nicely at the front of the home, away from like the bedrooms and the backyard. So it's all at the front of the home. Before I get back to the video, I almost forgot to show this too. There's great storage under the stairwell. So many people tell me they need a space for their luggage, right? When they travel overseas, they carry a lot of bags. And this storage at this square footage is fantastic. Back to the video. If you want more information on this community versus other communities in this area, go ahead and text me at the number at the bottom of the description of this video. We can set up a call, get to know your criteria, and then identify the best options for you. Now, if you also want to see more lots that are coming up or more homes that are coming up for sale, click on the link at the top of the description of this video. Get on my newsletter. I send a weekly email with lots and homes that are coming up that nobody else is talking about. Now, if you want to see another home for sale, go ahead and click right here. And as always, I hope that helps. Take care, everyone.